Hi dear students, we are going to continue with lesson 17, and here we are going to continue with dividing the quantity in a given ratio. Last year we studied about the similar topic to this one, and we are going to continue now with the first question. Directly we are going to continue with the question, and we are going to divide 20 in the ratio 3 to 2. Here, dividing 20 into ratio 3 to 2, we are going to do like here. We have to divide into 5 portions. Why 5 portions? Because it says 3 portion and 2 portion, which means 3 plus 2 portions there are, which is equal to 5 portion. And this is the whole, which means 5 portion. If 5 portion is equal to 20, then 1 portion is equal to 20 over 5, which is equal to 4. It has to be. So if 1 portion is equal to 4, then 3 portion, it should be equal to 3 times 4, which is equal to 12 meter. And 2 portion, it should be equal to 2 times 4, which is equal to 8 meters. So 20 can be separated as 3 to 2. If we are going to separate into 3 to, let me do it like this. It should be equal to, for 20, it should be equal to 12 to 8. Okay. Let's continue with the other question. A factory produces cars in red, blue, white, and green in ratio 7, 5, 3, and 1. So out of a production of 48,000 cars, how many are white? So as you understand from the previous example, we have 7 portion here, 5 portion, 3 portion, and 1 portion. These are totally, that makes totally 7 plus 5 plus, or let's add directly, 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1, which is equal to 16 portions. So if 16 portion is equal to 48,000 cars, which means that 1 portion, it should be equal to 48,000 divided by 16. And this makes 48 divided by 16, it's going to make 3, and then 3 zeros it has to be, so 3,000 cars. So 1 portion is 3,000 cars. 3 portion, it should be equal to 3 times 3,000, which is equal to 9,000 cars. And 5 portion is equal to 5 times 3,000, which is equal to 15,000 cars. And the last one is 7 portion. It's equal to 7 times 3,000, which is equal to 21,000 cars. Here, it has to be like this. Okay, let's continue with the inverse proportion. Sometimes an increase in one quantity causes a decrease in another quantity. This is called inverse proportion. How it might be? Generally, I'm giving an example. If one person finish a job, one person, not 2 person. One person finish the job in 2 hours. Then 2 person can finish the same job. They work together in 1 hour. So when you are increasing the number of person is increasing here, but the hours is decreasing. This is called inverse proportion. So in inverse proportion, like in the proportions we are writing, let's say here 8 people can pick apples from the tree 6 days. How long will it take for 12 people? If you remember, 8 people in 6 days, in 12 people, how many days it should be? In direct proportion, if you remember, we were multiplying, like this we were multiplying, if you remember. 8 times x, it should be 12 times 6. But in indirect proportion, inverse proportion, actually, we are going to multiply and we are going to equalize directly, which means 8 times 6, it should be equal to 12 times question mark, or 8 times 6, it should be equal to 12x. So x, to leave the x alone, this is going to 8 times 6 divided by 12, which is equal to x, it should be. And here, easily simplify 48 over 12, which is equal to 4, it has to be. Okay, let's continue. Cyclist averages a speed of 27 km for 4 hours, 27 km per hour for 4 hours. What is the average speed would she need to cycle to cover the same distance in 3 hours? 3 hours and x. And here, you know, when you increase the speed, you will decrease the time. That's why this is inverse proportion again, which means that we are going to multiply directly, which means x times 3, it should be equal to 27 times 4. X is equal to 27 times 4 over 3. X is equal to 9 times 4. 27 times 4, it's equal to 100. 108 over 3 we can do, but also here we can do in this form. Here I can simplify this 2, and this is going to be 9 and this is going to be 1. That's why this is going to be equal to 9 times 4, which is equal to 9 times 4, 36. It has to be. Okay. Here, normally the exercises are starting, but I want to show one exercise from here that we were solving last year. 7 over 8 of a can of drink is water. The rest is syrup. What is the ratio of the water to syrup? Here, if 7 over 8 of the, this gives the 7 over 8. I'm solving the question number 6. 7 over 8, this is whole portion. And this is the water's portion. So whole portion, if it is 8, 7 plus what should make 8, which means 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. So this is the portion of syrup. Okay, what is the ratio water to syrup? Is 7 to 1, it has to be. We were solving this kind of questions, and here there is only one example. The rest of them is going to be exercise for us.